I might touch on NXT. I didn't watch it. I only watched one match. Blake Monroe's debut was great, okay? Mariah May, or, Blake Monroe, whatever you want to call her, she did a solid job in her debut. That's the only match I saw from that NXT show. And then, obviously, AEW All In. I watched, most of the show, you know what I'm saying? I did not see the Hangman main event yet, though I've heard it's great. And I did not watch the Kenny Omega match. But everything else I saw was largely garbage with a bunch of jobbers, besides the Mariah May Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné was a good match. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was solid. And then obviously the Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay match versus the Young Bucks was very entertaining, and it was pretty good. Outside of those two matches, I don't know what else was good on that show. You know what I'm saying? I thought the rest of it was absolute garbage and jobbery trash. However, maybe the main event was great, so I'll check that out at another point in time.
Wow. Well, I thought he was a fan of AEW, but I guess not. So we know not to rely on C-Jack's reviews on AEW anymore, just because he sounds like he's a WWE fan, and which he's been hating on it lately. But now he wants to hate on AEW like the rest of the people on the internet. But that's okay, because we like AEW and we loved All In, because we went all in with AEW, right? So shout out to Tony Khan for this. I'm glad that Adam Page and Toni Storm, got their results that they needed. And this is why people should not be hating on Tony Khan no matter what he does, because everything that Tony Khan has done is what Triple H failed to do as a bookkeeper and as a CCO. And even though Tony Khan is the president of AEW, still he's the one milking these matches. So I'm just glad that he did this. I knew Adam Page was going to win. One thing I did not know is that I did not know Tony was going to win. But I knew that if Mercedes won, all this is going to prove is the internet right that Mercedes is in creative control. But because he turned the tables, it's the reason why this was the right decision for him. Because if you're going to go on an interview and say that I am in creative control, I'm the one that has the final say, then you need to prove that. I even said that in my last video. If you want to beat these allegations, prove them wrong. And that's what he did. He proved them wrong. Tony retained, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect to Mercedes. I'm not saying that she can win that belt, but if you got all these belts, what's the point of winning another one, right? So I'm just glad that Tony did this, but however, we still need Mercedes to lose the TBS belt, and I hope she does that. And I pray that she's not injured, because that power driver was really something, right? But shout out to Tony Khan and shout out to AEW, and I can't wait for what's next.